going on, fam? How you guys doing? Welcome to our first episode of our podcast where 2 is better than 1. This is my co-host Ace.
What's up, everybody?
My name is Joey Official, and on this podcast we talk about every subject.
Today we're going to be talking about a wide range of topics, ranging from all kinds of current events to a lot of crazy stuff that's been happening lately.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you guys for joining our first episode. We are so excited. We've never done a podcast before. This is going to be a pre-recorded podcast. That's exactly why we don't have mics and digital analogs.
Right.
But our next couple episodes, we're waiting on our products to come in. This is going to be an awesome podcast where we talk about a wide range of topics, from rappers, from pop culture, artists, current events, artists passing away.
1 hour later.
So Ace, some of you viewers know he's my best friend. Let's get to know him a little bit before we get into the actual video. Tell us more about yourself, Ace.
Originally born in Armenia, I moved to LA in 1995.
And you have a creative musical background, right?
Yeah, so I come from a very musical family. My uncle is a very well-known actor.
How come I don't know about this? Your uncle? Who?
Yeah.
1 hour later.
Sorry. Technical difficulties. Our battery died. I couldn't stop laughing.
So I come from a very, I could say, very musical background, even though my immediate parents are not directly involved with music.
Tell us about your background in producing and working with influencers and.
My uncle actually was a very well.
Why do you keep talking about your uncle?
My uncle actually was a very well.
Why do you keep talking about your uncle that I've never met?
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
your musical background. So back to you making music and producing and making beats. How did that work out for you?
Not so well. No, I actually.
Very talented music production.
I wouldn't say that, but thanks for the compliment.
No, you really are. You truly are. You just,
Honestly, I picked it up. I already had a love of music growing up as a kid. My parents introduced me to music very early.
Who's your favorite hip hop?
Oh man, that's hard, man.
Artist.
That's hard, man. Because I have a very weird bias towards old school music.
Honestly, to everybody watching and to people that know me, I don't like new music.
Yeah.
I can't listen to I can't listen to new music.
I feel like it's a generational thing, man. Like.
Oh yeah.
When we were growing up, like our parents didn't really enjoy the music that we were listening to.
Oh, why do I got the giggles? Why am I laughing so much on the first ever episode of? He forgot our podcast.
We completely got off topic.
He forgot our podcast name.
No, you keep sidetracking topic, bro.
I'm sorry for sidetracking. Sorry, this is our first episode. Don't mind us. So, tell us more. So, back to you making music and producing and making beats. How did that work out for you?
Not so well. No, I actually.
Very talented music production.
I wouldn't say that, but thanks for the compliment.
No, you really are. You truly are. You just,
Honestly, I picked it up. I already had a love of music growing up as a kid. My parents introduced me to music very early.
Who's your favorite hip hop?
Oh man, that's hard, man.
Artist.
That's hard, man. Because I have a very weird bias towards old school music.
Honestly, to everybody watching and to people that know me, I don't like new music.
Yeah.
I can't listen to I can't listen to new music.
I feel like it's a generational thing, man. Like.
Oh yeah.
When we were growing up, like our parents didn't really enjoy the music that we were listening to.
Oh, why do I got the giggles? Why am I laughing so much on the first ever episode of? He forgot our
We completely got off topic.
He forgot our podcast name.
No, you keep sidetracking topic, bro.
I'm sorry for sidetracking. Sorry, this is our first episode. Don't mind us. So, tell us more. this is going on my main channel.
Right.
But if you guys want to see the full entire episode and some uncut versions of us laughing, joking around, it's going to be on our
I think that's going to be a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be on our other main channel. 2 is better than 1. That is our name. Kind of creative, because why not? 2 is always better than 1, you know? Yeah, so I'm going to leave the link below. Make sure to subscribe
Everybody
to
go
our
subscribe.
YouTube channel.
Share. Load up. Load up.
It's going to be,
load stuff.
we're going to have, me and Ace are going to be co-host, and we're going to also have amazing guests. I already have amazing guests lined up that I'm currently speaking to that we're going to have on the next episode already.
Definitely.
So, pretty excited. If you guys don't know me by now, I'm Joey Official. I make paranormal videos on and off YouTube. And like I said, my co-host Ace used to be interested in the paranormal, but he kind of drifted away.
I still am. I just really haven't had the time to, be fully invested into that. Because that wasn't like my full attention.
You know, people watching this are like, yo, why are they jumping from topic to topic? It's a podcast without microphones.
And yeah, and we're very honest people. Sometimes I feel like we're overly blunt.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't take it the right way because, we speak what's on our mind. And I feel like that's what's missing nowadays. Like,
bro, everyone's like, from a broad term, everyone's like, I don't want to use this word on our first episode, bro. Everyone's a lot softer.
A lot.
Everyone's like a lot softer, and generally speaking, bro, on life. This is not about like this is on everything I've experienced personally. Everyone's softer.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get off that.
No, going back. I just want to touch something on things like that. If you're easily offended, maybe this might not be the podcast for you.
Yeah. Because this
even
podcast,
though we're not going to be, obviously, we're not going to be straight up, hey, like offending people left and right.
Nah, that's the last thing we do.
But we do base our morals on honesty and
personal experiences.
So
it's going to be a very uncut, raw.
Yeah, it's very
blunt.
Very raw. Honestly, when Joey first hit me up and said, hey man, I want to do this podcast, I want you to hit me up. The main thing that sold me was when he said I want it to be raw and I want it to be uncut. I want us to speak our minds fully, and
most of these podcasts are like,
because there's so much fake. This is the generation of the fake, and I don't like that.
Most of the podcasts have like 30 people working in the back, holding up signs, talk about this, talk about that. That's just natural. Freedom. That's what we need in America,
That's the reason we moved here. I mean, I immigrated from Armenia. Even though he was born, he comes from his parents, I'm sure, immigrated from Armenia. So, I mean, that's the reason why everybody's in America, right?
Yo, listen, let me talk about something, man. That's truly sad in our society. Artists passing away.
That leads us to our first top topic of the day, first episode. Man, what's going on with these artists, Joey?
Bro, nowadays it's so sad. So sad. Every single day you hear something terrible. Drug abuse, gang violence, all over these artists. Like not too recently, a couple weeks ago, Aaron Carter passed away.
Oh yeah.
No one's talking about him just yet, but I don't know if some of you guys know, I've met Aaron Carter 3 times.
No way.
I met him twice at an event, and we actually hung out and spoke maybe for like 30-40 minutes the third time I saw him. Very cool dude, man. Like, it's very sad when I see talented people like that just go to waste, And when I first met him, I bumped into him at a liquor store. I'm like, yo, Aaron Carter. He's like, how you doing, bro? I'm like, what's up, man? I'm like, I used to bump your song when I was like 12, I Want Candy. That was his popular hit. He's like, thank you so much. He actually even bought me, I was grabbing a Gatorade. He's like, yo, put it on my thing, I'll buy it for you. Very cool dude. And then the third time I saw him, we hung out. I was talking to him for like literally 45 minutes. And to see somebody so talented just go to Man, just passing away from. Apparently, I'm not. They haven't done.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah, allegedly they haven't done like a full autopsy, but he was known to be using drugs and possibly overdosed while using the bathtub, which is very sad, very creepy. I could name 3 people that passed away.
Yeah, I feel like that's like it's been.
I'm not trying to get off topic, but
like Whitney Houston,
Whitney Houston's daughter.
Daughter, exactly.
So it's crazy.
I mean, that's just 1 in a million. I mean, I don't know why. It's so weird. Have you thought about why they just choose that?
Bro, I just feel like they get away from life and they.
No, I mean like choose like the whole bathtub scene.
Yeah, I feel like that's their getaway. You know, they go and relax in the hot water and they just doze off. And by the time they realize they're leaving their body, it's too late. You know, it's just too late, which is sad, man. Sad. And he just.
How old was he? He was really young.
He was very young. He recently had a child, but divorced the baby mama. Bro, it's just sad, man.
It's really interesting you say that because I feel like he was in the I want to say one generation above me. So I feel like he wasn't very popular when I was growing up.
And the fact that Nick Carter is his brother from
right.
the Backstreet
So
Boys,
that's the era that I grew up in. I was going to get to that. So I grew up in the whole Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, blah 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 era, and that's the only reason I even know of Aaron Carter is because I grew up in the era where I was a teenager during the 90s and early 2000s. And I knew of Nick Carter, and that's how I found out about Aaron Carter when Disney Channel first had came out. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember Aaron Carter.
That was some magic.
Was on Hillary Duff.
Yeah, that's how that's what I first found out about him. I didn't even know he sang at the time, to be honest.
Yeah, they had like a little fling, and recently, I mean, I follow Hillary Duff and Nick Carter. They both posted, and Hillary Duff posted saying that, Aaron Carter, you were my childhood crush growing up. And it's just sad, man, like listening to his music.
But did he know about that when they were young? Like,
yeah.
Or is it something that...
No, they were dating.
Because nowadays, what happens a lot is like, people have so much to say to somebody.
After they pass.
Yeah. Like, was it that hard to just, just get it off your chest?
Nowadays, you gotta say it, man. You gotta say it. You gotta say if you like somebody, tell them you like them.
Literally, guys.
If you want to raise at your job, tell them you want to raise.
Look around, you guys. Stuff that's been happening in the past few years.
You guys got nothing to lose, trust me.
In the past few years, you guys don't know, like, in the morning, literally, like, you can leave your house and, God forbid, never return.
Yeah, it's like that.
Without a sight. If you want to tell somebody something, tell them.
Especially nowadays.
Because literally a millisecond later, you blink, you might never have that chance again.
Bro, it's so crazy, like.
And I've had that happening to people around me a lot, especially recently.
Bro, because
especially after that whole lockdown thing, like.
Bro, we live in LA, guys.
Yeah.
We're both from the Valley, and every single day, you hear a pursuit, you hear gun violence, you'll hear. This happened, blah blah blah. Someone got robbed.
Not just once. Like
you'll hear like multiple,
constant.
Multiple people got robbed in the valley, or someone got carjacked.
And news travels so fast nowadays. Like, as much as you try to stay away from that, it's impossible. Like, you get a notification on your phone like every 2 seconds, like bling 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 bling, and then. So going back to what I said, the Aaron Carr situation. Extremely sad.
Oh man, that's terrible.
My hearts go out to his family.
100%.
100%. Another artist that recently passed away. I believe we were together when we heard the news of Takeoff.
Oh man.
I believe was it Halloween night or the day before or
after? It was like a
like
day
that.
before. They went to a Halloween event at a bowling alley.
Allegedly, yeah.
Then
they said it was like an arcade. I don't know.
Everything's alleged, by the way, guys. We don't know or we can't confirm.
We don't know.
So allegedly, they went to a bowling alley, and They said allegedly there was like 50 to 70 people, so not a lot of people. But it was supposed to be like a family Halloween event, Halloween party. I don't know why, if you're going to a family event, everyone's strapped. So everyone has a gun, everyone has this, everyone has that, which is crazy. Why would you go to an event? Why would you put yourself in that position without security? You had no security, by the way. Knowing that you're one of the biggest artists that people listen to now.
Yeah, but I feel like, that's how people feel nowadays. They don't want to come off quote unquote corny, or like they want to be like, hey, whatever I rap about, I live it. So they kind of go by that code.
But I don't believe that.
They kind of go by that code, even though deep inside you never know. Yeah, they might be scared something might happen to them anywhere they go. But
yeah, bro, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. But you gotta trace your steps, bro. You gotta be like, yo, if I'm going to this event, who's gonna be there? I'm some big celebrity.
I mean, you never know, because it's also because you never know who's gonna be there.
I'm not saying any celebrity to go out there and just like closet themselves in their house.
It was allegedly that the bullet was not even intended for him.
It wasn't. But then again, we don't know.
I mean, I'm sure you guys know the whole story. If you guys have any opinions on...
I mean, I have no disrespect towards anybody, any family members of Offset or the other offenders, but I can just put my 2 cents into this. It's not my topic. It's not, my thing to comment on, but I would just be like to myself, like, yo, multi-millionaire, playing craps in a bowling alley over some money. To me, sorry to cut you off. To me, now you might disagree with me. I would never do something like that.
You mean like playing craps if you're a millionaire already? Like,
bro,
is that what you intend?
That's my intent. If my net worth is like, they made a lot of money. They made tons of money, 30, 40, 50 million dollars annually. You make that type of money, I personally would never put myself in a situation where I'm playing or gambling against random people that can take my life away if I win or lose, or if we get into a confrontation. If I want to play, I go to a casino, man.
But the part of that doesn't make sense to me is the fact that, okay, if you're talking about you have all this money, right? You have all this money. You talk about it, you flash it, you show it to the world. Hey, throw it out that I have all this money. If you're gonna play for fun. But in that situation, it was obvious that people took some things personal.
Yeah. So it got.
And then that's when they got out of hand. But if you're saying you have all that money, so why does a couple $1,000
just to clarify,
that's just my opinion.
He wasn't the one playing.
Yeah. No, not him.
Yeah.
Just the people that,
It was his brother or his.
Because that's a big deal. You gotta also look at who you're with, what you're doing when you have such high status like that.
Bro,
who you keep around.
I don't even have status, and I walk around like I'm paranoid. Because nowadays, you never know. You can say hi to the wrong person, and your life could be gone like this.
Yeah, when I was young, my dad used to always say, never underestimate anybody. Anybody. Because you never know, like, off the face, you can never judge a book by its cover. That's going on, man. I just want to end this, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's end that topic, bro. Like,
God bless everyone.
God bless Aaron Carter. God bless
Offset.
Take Off.
I'm so sorry. I always get them confused, man.
Take Off. Condolences to everybody. It hurt us just as much as it hurt you guys.
And we come off with the most respect talking about these people, by the way.
Yeah. So
let's switch over to a little better topic, a little happier subject. What do you think? What do you think about Elon Musk taking over Tesla?
Taking over what?
Elon Musk taking over Twitter. I've lost my mind.
I like it. I'm not like a big Elon Musk fan, or
why?
or I'm not saying I'm a big Elon Musk fan. I'm not a big Elon Musk fan as well. Like, I'm neutral towards him.
I'm neutral towards him too, but the fact that he unbanned Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump is unbanned from Twitter. And he can say whatever the hell he wants now.
It was so funny because I was sitting at a family dinner and I found out, literally I got a notification. And the person sitting next to me, I'm not going to say his name.
Smash the like button, by the way, guys. Smash the like button. Tell me you're watching and you're interested right now. Yeah,
as soon as he found out, he was going crazy. Oh man, like, he was going crazy.
Bro, everything's going crazy. Everyone's going crazy.
Elon Musk.
Social media is going crazy.
Like, I don't have too much time to like really like do my research on him, but a few of his interviews that I saw, what I really liked about him was he said certain things that people don't really talk about. Like, he says things that people want to shut their eyes on. Like,
who?
Elon Musk.
Yeah. But then again, he controls a lot.
Like, he a lot of, I don't know,
he's
for
gonna
some
be the
reason,
next,
a lot of people don't like him. I don't know why. I never saw.
He's gonna be the next Walt Disney. He's gonna be the next, you know.
Like, I feel like he doesn't, I guess, successful as he is, I feel like he doesn't, I don't think he puts it out like that.
To be honest, I heard of Elon Musk maybe 2-3 years ago, back when he just got on social media. And then the whole controversy over Tesla, electric cars, and then his whole space launch, etc., etc. That's how I know.
There's also been a lot of, I don't know if you've heard any of this, there's been a lot of conspiracy theories regarding him and the whole United States and the Ukraine situation. Most of you guys, if you don't know, Elon Musk is of Ukrainian origin. So,
is he?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
So yeah, there was a lot of like conspiracy.
Can I vape on camera? Guys, vaping.
It depends on where you are, man.
Vaping's no good.
Right now we're in a barbershop, and that barbershop belongs to
none other than Joey Official.
So he can do whatever he wants to.
So back to like social media, like what do you think about like nowadays eras like TikTok? I mean, to be honest with you, let me just, it's TikTok has taken over some people's lives that I know personally. TikTok has blown people up. TikTok has made kids suffer. It's so sad how you can go on your TikTok and all you see is literally girls twerking, link in my OnlyFans, all this blah 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 BS. And they allow children under the age of 15, under the age of 10 to download the app, use the app, when 95% of videos on TikTok is nudity. Nudity, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you disagree or agree, but it's for like, it's more for a male audience.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's more for a male audience, but I feel like there's more females that are constantly surfing on it. Because like, you know, when you look at females, 24/7 they're on their phone. They're just in there, bro. Like yeah, we might surf here and there.
Not
like
to be sexist or anything.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, I'm sure girls will straight up tell you, yeah, that's what we do. I mean, because that's what you guys do.
Hey, we're gonna be the next Andrew Tate thing. Top G here, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't agree with social media and how it works, but
I feel like social media, man, completely changed the world.
No shit.
Completely. When I mean completely, I'm talking about like, this is like, I don't know how can I compare it? I can't compare it to anything else.
Bro, it's insane.
This is like more than a Renaissance type of thing. Literally, like more than a Renaissance type of thing. Like, do you remember when MySpace came out?
Yeah.
So MySpace came out, basically, guys. That was like the first like big social media platform, and when it first came out, it wasn't really that bad. Like people were still going out,
MySpace
like,
was for
hanging out, blah blah blah.
MySpace was for like you to like catch up with friends that you haven't talked to in a while.
You have like a top 5, you know, you
pick your music, you know.
Pick your music. It was more like a laid back approach.
Now everything's like dating.
And then when Facebook came out, so Facebook when it first came out, I don't know if you remember, but it was only in the beginning. It was only for like college students.
Yeah.
You would have to put like what college you go to, blah blah blah, in order to like make an account. Eventually, they realized, hey, there's so many people that want to join a website that don't go to any of these colleges.
Then they added,
hey, you know, let's make some money.
Instant messaging to the Facebook.
Yeah, and then they added like instant messaging, blah blah blah, all kinds of stuff
and
like
then
that.
Instagram came and knocked both of them out the park. I mean,
wait, Google, Facebook now? Is it Google or?
I don't know.
Doesn't Google own Instagram or something?
Something like that, but Instagram, as a younger generation, took over an entire Facebook, MySpace community.
But I feel like
Facebook's still big.
But I feel like when Instagram came out, people were still like out. Like they would still go out and have fun with their friends. But now it's gone to the point. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about this? Like, when was the last time you saw kids playing outside?
You don't see that no more.
Like kicking a ball, throwing a ball, you know, whatever.
You don't see them. I used to, when we grew up, bro, we used to go knock on our front door neighbors.
It was like an addiction.
We used to ask their mom, yo, can your son come outside?
Yeah, literally. They literally ask your mom, hey, where's your son? Like,
then we used to see ice cream trucks pull up, buy a couple ice creams and kick it, eat a sandwich.
Like we were inseparable. We would go out. Till like 12 o'clock we'd be out and our parents.
Why do you think, I'm sorry for bringing this up, why do you think so many young people have anxiety, depression, stress, panic attacks, etc., etc.?
Because social media took it to another form where it's like people got so lazy that they feel like they can fill that void just by messaging each other, but it's not the same.
They don't come out the house.
You need physical connection. Like you guys need like to physically, you know, talk, associate.
We used to. I mean, aside the fact that even having anxiety, like I sometimes have anxiety.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean that's a big thing right now.
People have that. A mental issue it's very important for a human being.
And it's very complicated too. It's hard to understand if you don't.
I'm sure a lot of people watching this been through, are still going through, and you will conquer that. You know, at your own time, you will conquer that. I've conquered it. He's conquered it, but. Go out there, man. Go out there. Live life. Our times are ticking, like literally.
Literally, like it's, again, when it comes back to one of those things where it's like, man, one day you're going to regret not talking to that person in real life. Or like, let's say you stop socializing with your friend for 15 years just because Facebook came out and you think you can just send them a text or just write a few words to them on Facebook once in a million and be like, you know, okay, that's it. No, like one day you're gonna regret that. You're gonna be like, man, I wish I could have spent more time physically with him. You know, like
it's just a bad era. And anybody going through deep thoughts and
especially
sad thoughts.
Yeah,
know that people love you. If they don't love you, we love you. You know, and life is more. How do I put this into perspective? You're better worth living than not. I knew some people that were having some bad thoughts about themselves, and you know.
Isn't that everyone? I mean, like.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, they're like, yo, life isn't going too well. I'm not making enough money. I have this, I have that. I'm stressed out. I have anxiety. I have social anxiety. I can't do this. I can't go to parties. I can't meet up with people. And I'm just like.
I have that.
I was just like, yo.
I straight up have that.
I was like, yo, take that wall, that barrier, you put it yourself. You're not born with it. It's the people around you that influence. It's the things that you do that influence you to go into your smaller shell, your little bubble. And then once you're in that bubble, it's 10 times harder to get out than it is to get in.
Yeah, like
and that's how
when kids are like getting bullied and stuff.
Oh man, I can't stand that. I can't.
That's when they go.
I can't even watch videos. I can't even watch videos. Other kids bullying. Bullying is absolutely wrong.
Like cruelty to animals. Like,
bro,
it doesn't make sense to me,
bro.
And you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is when, God forbid, these people seek revenge by going and doing all this crazy stuff by
mass. Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. The schools, movie theaters, and then these people are like, oh, why is he doing that? Well, you guys are the ones that put him in that hole. Yeah. And you kind of have to like pick and choose what you do, because it's like you don't know how that person's gonna react.
Not that we condone violence, but
no, of course
nowadays you gotta stand up for yourself. No matter what you're doing in life, stand up for yourself. Whether it's for your job, whether it's for anything, you gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta bring, whether you're a woman or a man, you gotta bring the alpha out of you. So guys, before we move on to our next topic, this video is being sponsored by none other than Joey Official. I'm sponsoring this channel, guys.
But if you would like to sponsor us, help us get our podcast off the ground,
hit us up on our email down below. Hit us up if you want to work with us, if you have any questions, if you want to get onto the podcast, if you want to sponsor us, you got a nice clothing brand coming out, you got a nice drink coming out, let us know. We're more than interested in working with you. All right, next topic.
Man, I feel like this has been the biggest topic for the last few days, because it hits me in a spot where it makes me so mad, and I rarely say that, and you know that I really say that, bro, but man, that whole Balenciaga thing has been blown out of proportion for rightful reasons. What the heck?
I don't even to be honest, I don't even follow up with Balenciaga. Like, I just know that what do they do?
So basically, from what I understand, is they put out an ad for a few items or whatever, for a line they're coming out with or whatever it is, products. So in their ads, they put young children, and I mean young, I'm talking about maybe 5 and under. So, and they're holding like these plush bear backpacks or something like that. Like bloody and bondage inspired, with like the chains on them and stuff. And then what's really, really interesting, and I say interesting because it boggles my mind of how this can actually get through, because there's a whole process, right, of how when you publish something, there's so many people that you have to okay that.
Money talks.
So in the second one, again, there's bondage, whatever, and under one of them, there's a newspaper page, and it's a page about, I believe it was in 2008 or something like that, where they put in the law that outlaws child pornography. And that whole newspaper page about it is literally right there on the ad.
Bro.
And I'm thinking, like, how is that possible?
We're in Balenciaga slides.
Throw that, bro. Throw that.
Alright, we're gonna stay barefoot. I just knocked over that thing.
Like, especially for you, they just had a newborn. Congratulations.
Thank you. I had a newborn, by the way.
How does that make you feel?
Bro, it's mind-boggling, because nowadays they brainwash kids. They can brainwash you in a heartbeat.
Besides the brainwashing, another thing that nobody talks about, everyone that has been talking about this case talks about how bad it is and everything, but nobody has brought up the most important part of it, in my opinion, is those kids' parents that were in the ads. Where are they? Who are they? What are they thinking?
Can I be honest? They're all paid to hush up. If you're working with Balenciaga, that has a net worth that's in the billions, not 1, 2, they're like a lot, 30, 40 billion.
They have all these celebrities, Kim K.
Okay,
Nicole Kidman.
Speaking of Kim K, so Kanye West did an interview the other day with, I think it was TMZ, and they asked him about Balenciaga's situation. And he said, why isn't any influencer standing up for, this wrongful doing? And then 2 days later, Kim Kardashian posted on Instagram saying Balenciaga was in the wrong, blah, 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 blah. They should have never done this. They should have never done that. But then again, she's working for them. Kanye West used to work for Balenciaga. Kim Kardashian still currently works with Balenciaga. and they're all when I mean like fashion designers, supposed fashion designers, you know, they get a plain tee and add Balenciaga onto their t-shirt and
that's it. You're automatically promoting.
We put a price tag on it where people can barely afford it. You know, $1,500 for a t-shirt made out of gold.
And as far as quality, I wouldn't say it's.
Bro, it's trash.
I wouldn't say it's any more better quality than the Swap Meet Pro Club. Like,
bro, everything's trash. People, you know, rich people don't wear designer. Rich people
I mean, look
designer.
at Bill Gates. What's his name? The Amazon guy.
Bro, anybody that's rich, and when I say rich, I mean wealthy.
Jeff, what's his name? Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
Bro, you'll never catch a rich person flossing and flaunting and I wear this, I wear that, I wear a Gucci jacket. No. You always
it speaks for itself. You
always see the poor or the middle class trying
to keep up with that image.
Yeah. Oh my God! Check out my new Louis Vuitton backpack. All the BS.
And again, I feel like social media has a lot to do with that.
I know. You know, you see a lot of people wearing
trending. Like, what's trending?
You see a lot of people wear Dior head to toe, drive $200,000 cars that barely make any money to pay their rent. You feel me?
Like when I was a little bit younger, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of into that. Like, and I'm talking like my teenage years.
But what caused all that? Social media. You go on
social media. You know, you see all your friends wearing. For example, G-Unit clothing. You know, you want to wear G-Unit clothing. You see everybody driving Benzes. You want to drive it.
Yeah, but
like,
it's not how it is, bro. Because I know a lot of people that don't floss, that actually have money in their bank account, that are more wise in life.
Oh yeah.
But then I have another, and I know 10 times more amount of people that like to wear Rolex watches and this and that, but live in apartments. Which,
it's funny you say it. It's really funny you say that.
I got a Rolex watch. I live in an apartment, but that Rolex watch was a gift to me. I didn't purchase it myself, nor will I ever purchase something that's out of my range, you know? And people nowadays, like, bro.
And I feel like this is the most sad. If you're gonna do that, I feel like right now is probably the most dangerous time to do that, is because this whole wave of like robberies and things like broad daylight, people are just getting robbed of like.
You don't imagine
$2 earrings. Like, is your life really dependent on $2?
You don't know how many people I know that's living an artificial life. And when I mean artificial, they're living for somebody else. They're living to prove their images. Aha, top dollar. You know.
You're not gonna take any of that to the grave. That's for sure.
They proclaim that image that we can do this, we can buy this, we can buy that. You can't buy respect.
100%.
You can't buy love.
That's one thing
you can't buy loyalty. And even women out there, bro. Women in this era, this society are, 95% are gold diggers, bro. I'm being straight up because this is a raw podcast. I'm telling you, I'm being straight up raw podcast.
So speaking of that, so the topic that we were originally on, the Balenciaga. So the head of that head coordinator of that ad campaign is a woman. So she basically put out an apology on behalf of all Balenciaga. We apologize. We didn't know what we did. We apologize. This is not something we condone. So explain to me how a $1 billion company
makes a big mistake like that?
Makes a mistake like that.
They don't.
If you believe, I'm sorry to say this, but if you truly believe that was a mistake,
no,
then you gotta reevaluate yourself, because there is no way.
They intend those mistakes for more clout. They intend those mistakes for more popularity, more eyes.
So, touching on that,
controversial subjects are sellers.
Yeah, that's it. Good controversy. These companies, they do not give two damns.
We can have a controversy. We can have a fight.
It could be about the worst possible thing: child pornography, whatever. Like these things that are very, 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 very dark.
What do you think that will get more views? Us sitting on a couch and just talking or being ourselves, or us punching each other's brains?
No, of course, the punching. Of course.
Controversy sells, guys. And it is what it is.
Unfortunately,
very unfortunate.
Unfortunately, in the present time that we are in right now, for gain any controversy is good controversy for especially big companies. Especially big companies or big entities. You know, I could be, I don't know if what Kanye West is doing, for example, for cloud, or if he truly feels that way.
Can I be honest about Kanye West real quick, since we're on the topic? I think he's a very, 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 very intelligent, smart man that can't hold back his words. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying he's a very, very intelligent man that knows what he's doing, that fumbles his words. People think...
Does that remind you of somebody else?
Bro, it reminds me of a lot of people, but...
One person mainly.
Who?
Don't you feel like Donald Trump was sort of like in the same...
Oh yeah, Donald Trump, they're on the same boat. He used to splurge.
And it's funny because this whole thing that's going on with him and Trump.
There was an ad campaign that just said...
Didn't he just recently meet up with Trump like a few days ago?
Yeah, he
said he was showing up in Mar-a-Lago. And now Donald Trump is like...
He's cuckoo.
Yeah, like he's cuckoo.
Bro.
Man, all this is just a show. Like, this is literally, man, like...
Guys, we're all living in a bubble, by the way. We're all in this little bubble that we can't escape. And we just gotta venture off to the right path, whether we want to or not. You know, you gotta wake up every day, off topic. You gotta wake up every day. You know, there's a little quick quote I wanna read to you guys that was that I've been thinking about, which is insane to me. Here's number one. You need to believe you can do anything you want in this world. You gotta believe it. Believe you can do anything you want in this world. That's number one. Number two, very, very true. You need to be pissed that you don't have the life that you want. You gotta be mad. You gotta be upset that you don't have the life that you want. Number three.
That's facts.
Number three. You need to clearly understand that nobody is going to give you the life that you want. Nobody is going to get up and give you the life that you want. Nobody. No one's going to be like, yo, you want $1 million? Here's $1 million. You want a Bugatti? Here's a Bugatti. Nobody's going to do that for you but yourself. You know? And trust me, I've been lazy most of my life. He's been lazy most of his life. You know, but it comes to a certain point where you got to realize, like, no one's going to do it for you but yourself. Which is, you know, if you work hard enough, you'll achieve your goals. This is completely off topic about what we're talking about. It just came to my mind when you spoke about, like, because when I think of, like, Kanye West, from being an hip-hop artist to being a multi-billionaire and then going back down to having nothing.
I personally, I'm gonna blame that on...
You can do it. You can be a billionaire.
I personally, I'm gonna blame that down. I'm gonna blame that on this whole... to me, that's BS. And they call it cancel culture. To me, that's a bunch of BS, man. Like, I don't agree with this whole cancel culture. Like, America was founded on the main thing, freedom. If we do not have freedom to wear what we want, say what we want, breathe the air that we want to breathe, how is this freedom, man?
This isn't freedom.
So just because, it was funny because I was having this conversation with a customer the other day, and they were like, you know, saying, how does this make any sense? Just because somebody doesn't agree with what you agree with, then to that person, you become them.
Exactly. You know why? Back to my first 10 seconds of this clip. People are soft. People are soft.
It's one of those things that boggles my, literally, truly boggles my mind.
You say something to somebody, boom, they're automatically,
or they completely take it out of context. And
I just didn't want to say that, but like people literally
completely take it out of context. Completely.
Especially nowadays, man.
You can say something about you can diss this boxing glove sitting here and be like, oh, it's, for example, it's not real or it's fake or whatever. And somebody will just, a random person off the street will just come in being, hey, I'm offended. How dare you speak about this boxing glove? Like,
and people be like,
oh, what, I'm not entitled to my opinion?
Nowadays, this is why I love this podcast, where you can come on here and be absolutely free. I'm not, if I heard some people in the comments below, I truly apologize.
But you have to understand that this is just personal beliefs. When people have religion, right? Some people might not believe in religion. Most people on earth believe in certain religions. But that's their belief. It may not be the truth, but that's their belief. You have to respect that belief. You have to respect that belief. I can't just be here and be like, oh, you like chicken? I hate chicken. I can't talk to you.
Yeah. No, it's bigger than that. But now
it's bigger than that, but it's slowly kind of getting to the point where it's gone to when it's about like stupid stuff like that. Like,
bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
There's people killing themselves over a pair of Jordans outside, or $2. Just recently, I was reading another person got shot over a bag of those Coca-Cola cans or whatever that you collect for the recycling centers. Like, come on, man! Like,
basically,
where have we gone as a society in general?
Down the drain.
Like, as a society in general, like,
bro, we've gone down.
Are we really? It starts like, are we really humans, man? Like, what are they putting in our food?
Bro,
like as someone that's like, so many people, a lot of people in our, so quote unquote circle are having kids left and right, like, what a scary time to bring up children in, man.
Bro, well, I just recently had a child, and when I think about raising my child in this society, where iPhone controls your world, where you can't go to school because, God forbid, there might be a shootout, or
you go to school, and this is by the way, this is a very real issue. What a lot of older, like, when I say older, I mean like, like my older cousins and cousins and stuff. So they have kids that are a little bit older, like maybe like there's 6, 7, 8 years. So recently, a lot of parents, what they've been complaining about, worrying about sending your kids because they might get shot or whatever, all these shootings and stuff. Yeah, it's scary. But what's also scary is, so you have certain morals, right? You teach your kid at home certain things, right?
Of course.
So you send your kid to school now, and they're completely forcing a different agenda on your children.
See, that I don't condone, that I don't respect. I'm a
father.
I'm a father that will do something about it.
So your kid is in between this idea and this idea. What does that mean? That means he's confused. And what does confusion do? And recently, all these things, these kids are confused. One day they don't know if they're a tree, a human, a boy, a girl. Bro, they don't know what they are because they're getting information from 5, 6 different sources.
You know what's sad? When I recently had my child at the hospital, where it gives you an option, like you have to box off their name, sign their name, etc. And then it gave me an option if it's a boy, girl, other, non-binary, or thing. There was another option.
Yeah, when I went to renew my license recently, gave me the same thing. And
what society do we live in where we don't know a gender when they're born? Stupid society.
I mean,
God damn it.
I mean, we might have viewers but that think, otherwise.
I don't care.
All power to you. All power to you. But these are just beliefs.
All power to you to keep it in your family. Don't force it on anybody else's kid.
That's the thing. Like, I don't have a problem with people being LGBTQ or all these other like groups.
But I don't have a problem with it either. But
it doesn't bother me. That's fine.
You don't condone that in school.
Yeah, like school, you should stick to a certain curriculum where you don't infringe on the parents' own personal.
How does a kid at 19 years old know that he's gay or she's gay? How? Oh, blame it on the chromosomes in their brain. No, blame it on your parents. Blame it on the parents, bro.
Or blame your teachers, but then again, these teachers are being told what to teach.
Bro, how does a 9-year-old, 10-year-old know what they're sexually attracted to at age 9. How? Did you know what you were sexually attracted to at age 9?
No, definitely. I didn't even know what sex was.
Exactly.
You know what's funny? You say that because I didn't even know what sex was until they taught it to me in sex ed. So back then.
But that was at like what? When you were like 13, 14?
No. So back then, it's funny because back then the curriculum was a little bit different. So I had sex ed in 5th grade. It wasn't like as long as the one when you're 13 or 14 when you're in middle school.
This is like basics.
Yeah. So they show you like a video, talk about like wet dreams and stupid stuff, like the basic stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like girls getting their periods, whatever, basic stuff. So I had imagine, you don't know any of these things. But now that you hear about it, what do they do? Now you're curious. Hey, it's like those babies that they don't know what that plug does. But they want to touch it to see, you get curious until you don't see it. You don't.
Bro, it's our society. It's our society. And guess what? I'm gonna add one more thing to this topic, and then
it's like a monkey. What do they call it? Monkey see, monkey do.
Then we can close it. But what happens when you misbehave in school? You get sent to detention, correct? They send you to detention, or you get out of detention after class.
Well, I don't know about what happens now because everything's gone. Again, even in the school system, everything's gone so soft.
Let me just go far back. What does that teach you?
Teach you as a parent?
As a child. So pretend I'm a 12-year-old child that...
Detention?
Yeah, that misbehaved in class. They're sending me to detention. What does detention mean to you?
Well, it depends on what they do in detention. If
they don't do nothing, they're thrown in 4 walls and you're just chilling. Guess what that teaches kids nowadays?
Absolutely nothing.
No, it doesn't. It's called imprisonment.
Yeah, but what does imprisonment teach people? 90% of people that come out of jail end up going back.
Everybody is. They brainwash this in your life.
Yeah.
If you misbehave, you're going into this circle. Guess what happens when you're 18? Mm-hmm. If you misbehave, you're still going to that same circle. Do you understand? If you misbehave at age 12, you're gonna go to detention for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You can get suspended. You can get, your parents are gonna be mad. And you're gonna take away your things. That's what happens when you turn 18 and over. Or for instance, if you're 15, 14, you commit a crime. You're going into jail. That's what society teaches you. If you misbehave, you're gonna get punished for, And what is punishment? Punishment is
yeah, but you got to think of it like this, man. When we grew up, it was a little bit different because our punishment was like, hey, you're getting suspended. Now it's like, okay, you fight, we'll just take you to detention and have you write the same sentence over and over on a chalkboard 15 straight times. And you think that's going to stop somebody from fighting again?
No, I feel like that's all based off of parents.
That of course is based off your parents, but if you're under the supervision of a school, at that point in time, you fight at school, and they're just giving you detention. That's not going to stop somebody from fighting.
No, it's not.
Let's be realistic.
I mean, that's what's happening in society. You rob somebody right now in California. There's no bail, no nothing.
A slap on the wrist and you're out.
They book you in, they book you out. Same thing. I mean, you learn that in life. Oh, we're going to go to school, we're going to be successful, you're going to have to go to college. So basically, you're going to have to go to school for 30 plus years in order to become somebody in life.
You know what's funny? Because when I was younger, I truly believed in that too.
What?
But it's not all true nowadays.
What?
Because
going to school?
Yeah.
Because the people that go to school out there, good for you, man.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
it's not for everybody though.
Yeah.
Definitely not for me.
Because the times have changed, man. Let's just be honest. The times have changed. This is a technologically advanced period in world history that has never ever existed before.
Let me cut you off. In order to become a doctor, you would have to go. Say, for instance, you graduate high school. That's 12 years of your life. That's right, 12 years. Possibly 13 years.
But they scare you. They tell you, if you don't go to school, you don't
you're not
go to college, you don't go to, you have no you have no chance in life. You're not going to become anything.
Guess why they want you to go to college? Money. They make money off you. You go to school for 12 years.
And especially nowadays, do people have that money? No. Guess what? You're stuck in student loans for your whole life.
You go to school for 12 years, your high school, your middle school, your elementary, that's 12 years. Plus people go to like preschool and stuff, kindergarten, say 12 years. And in order to become a doctor, you would have to, depending on what doctor, to become an MD, you need your grad, all this blah, blah, blah. That's a minimum of 8 years. Minimum of 8 to 10 years. So basically, you would have to go to school for 20 years of your life to become somebody successful. And once you succeed, after the 20 years, if you graduate at age 18, and then you got another 10 years or 12 years to go to school, by the time you're 30, you're a doctor. Sounds amazing. Oh my God, he's 30 years old, he's a doctor. You have over $500,000 worth of loans you have to pay. And people be like, yo, doctors get paid $200,000, $300,000 a year. Good for them. But, who's going to take care of you in that process while you're going to school for 10 years? If I'm 18 and I want to go become a doctor and I would have to go to school day and night, who's going to take care of me? Who's going to pay my rent for 10 years? You know, some people got that. Some people got that luck and that
I
support
personally
and
know
that
people.
family.
I personally know people that have been doctors for, I want to say 9 to 10 years, and they still haven't finished paying off their student loan.
So my full-time job, daytime, is a barber. And I have 4 clients. One's a cardiologist, one's a director of cardiology, and they're still paying off their student loans. I'm not saying they're living bad. I'm not saying they're complaining about their life. I'm not saying they live terrible. But society teaches you to leech onto things, to feel trapped.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do things on your own at all. You need their help. You need this, you need that. If you want to buy a house, you need a loan for this amount. And guess what? 30, 40 years, they got you. They got you in a box for 30, 40 years. You want to buy a car? You want to lease a car? They got you for 3 years. People don't look at it like that. It's always like looked upon, like, oh, he's doing it, I can do it. But in reality, if you can do it yourself, if you're going to school right now, big thumbs up to you, but you know, it's hard.
It's just not for everyone. That's the only thing we're saying. We're not saying we're not going to school.
Yeah, definitely stay in school. Stay in school for sure. For sure. I completely agree with
But
that.
always have a plan B.
You know, I'll teach my kids this. You have to be book smart, but you also got to be street smart.
100%.
You can't be just book smart. At least in my opinion. In my eyes, you can't just be book smart, bro. You have to have some sort of knowledge in the streets. And I'm not saying street smart as in like be a thug on the street or go, do something stupid. I'm just saying have more knowledge on what happens if this doesn't work out. What happens if this happens? What happens if that happens? You always have to know, you just got to have a lot of knowledge. Not only books though.
Do your own research.
Yeah, because when I think of books, I'm like, oh, this teaches you that. Someone wrote that book. Who wrote that book? Who taught him that? Who taught him all the right answers? I'm so curious. Who teaches these people that write books all the right answers? Who? Another person? Guess what? People are teaching people.
How do we know it's not biased?
I mean, it is. It's just broken down to how they want to control you. They want to control you in a certain way where, in a book where, bro, stupid. Driving a car, going to the DMV, getting a license nowadays, it's the most stupidest thing in the world. You have to fill out 150 questions that have nothing to do with driving a car. That has nothing to do with driving a car. Maybe 10 questions that have something to do with driving a car. And the rest are just stupid. Once you pass that, you get to drive a car and boom, there's your license. It's stupid. Like how our system's set up, stupid. Why they set up? Why do I have to start driving at age 16? Why not 15? Why do I have to drink alcohol at age 21? Why not 20 or 30? Why do I have to smoke cigarettes at age 18?
Based on studies.
Based on studies. Bullshit studies. People believe in things that are not true. How do they study that? What? They get a bunch of 20-year-olds, give them
brain development studies.
So apparently your brain isn't fully developed till age 21?
As an adult, yeah. That's
But you can
They're
smoke.
clean.
But you can smoke cigarettes that slow down development at age 18. Bro, it's stupid. Like nicotine. Not that it's good for you, but they're in California as of January 1st. It is illegal. Not illegal, but they're not going to be distributing nicotines, and you can't buy them or resell nicotines that contain vape cartridges, and you cannot buy menthol cigarettes. But down the street you can go buy marijuana. What? Where do we live in, bro? You can go roll a joint, smoke in public, carry a firearm, but not buy cigarettes that contain menthol, or can't buy a vape cartridge. Oh, vapes are killing you. Oh, guns aren't? Like, marijuana isn't? Like, it's so stupid. It's all popularity control, it's crazy. I've never gotten this, and I just don't get it no more. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't want to bore you guys with this topic, but if you guys did enjoy this podcast, if you guys want to see part 2, part 3, go ahead and smash the like button. You have anything else to say before we get off?
About the
Overall, yeah, you didn't pick up my vape. You have anything else to say?
It's going back to how this whole thing started, man. I honestly do think that we've become soft as a society. We need to put our foot down more, stand up for everything we believe in, because right now we're a bunch of rats in a... No, I'm sorry, no rats. That's bad. I did not mean to say that. Hamster in a wheel running.
Yeah.
That's basically what we are to society. And if we don't do something soon, or we don't have a future. That's all.
That is the episode, guys. That's the episode for tonight. Smash the like button if you did enjoy this episode. Comment down below what you guys want to hear us talk about
I
next.
wonder how long that was, Joey.
Pretty long. It's a pretty long episode. But our full videos.
I mean, we have, it's funny because we have so much to talk about.
Oh yeah. We have so much to talk about.
We did not even intend for it to be this long, to be honest.
Our next podcast, we'll have a special guest, and we'll be getting into more topics,
I'm very excited.
more
I'm very excited for that.
realistic topics, reality topics, more real life, hand-on-hand topics, less of fake drama, BS. Anyways, if you did enjoy our first and ever podcast, smash the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and yeah, that's gonna be it.
Make sure to turn your notifications on so you can be notified of any future videos that we upload.
And always know one thing, 2 is better than 1. We're out.
Peace.